I was inspired today to make this video simply because my cousin was like, hey, why don't you do a video on this subject? And it never really occurred to me to do that subject before. So I thought, rightio, okay. So of course I wrote out the points that I wanted to kind of put across, but we're going to be talking about how to deal with a breakup.
Feelings just can't leave that easily. Saying your type, well, why are you right? Cause the novel as it stands, scandalous, uninviting. In fact, I see us embracing me with the fires and igniting.
Why wait until the summer ends, huh? Why don't you just do it right now? Huh? Come on, do it! It's over. Okay, it's over. Don't touch me. I hate you. I hate you.
Nearly everybody has gone through a breakup. Some have been easy, some have been really hard, some it was just time to let go. I think first of all it really just depends on the person and the situation, because it can vary. It could be like, you know, you both decided that you wanted to part ways, or you know, it was because you had to, whether it was like domestic violence or something like that. So it really does vary, but these are my personal opinions today on dealing with a breakup. And I think before we get into it, if it was such a thing as like he cheated or he played up behind your back several times, I think a lot of women are crazy. And I know it's easier said than done. I get that, I understand that. And mainly women who stick around even though they know that their other half is doing the dirty. So they'll have all the evidence, everything points to, hey, they're doing the dirty, you know, whatnot, but they still try and stay and get defensive and try and make it work.
What did you do?
I did everything.
Like what?
I had sex with other girls. I did everything.
I think that there is no thing as second chances, especially when it comes to infidelity, because I've always believed that once a cheater, always a cheater, and I will stick by that probably till the day I die, and no one's ever proven me wrong. But I hate it when I see people who are being cheated on and they bloody know it, and they will sit there and they will be like, oh, you know, babe, please promise me that you won't do it again. And he'll be like, oh, yeah, I won't do it again, babe, I promise you, you know, without even putting any consequences in place, like a no contact rule or something. She or he just continues about it and be like, oh, yeah, well, you know, he told me or she told me, they gave me their word, they're not going to do it again. You believe it. And of course, it's just a never-ending circle, just around and round, you know, it's just a repetitive thing. And you're sticking in that circle and you're only getting hurt. So I hate infidelity. That is one of my biggest peeves. And I hate seeing people stick around when they know damn well that their other half is cheating on them. Sometimes when you are in a relationship, you believe that you're in a perfect bubble kind of thing. But when you're an outsider, you see things very differently. The first one is to let him or her just go. So it will be a shock, you know, they'll be like, hey, want to call it quits, that's it, you know, I want to go my own way, whatever. Just let them go, okay? Because I'm not saying I'm psycho, but when my first relationship ended, and it was a really big shock, all his shit was on the front yard, all smashed up.
No!
Hey, that's my stuff! Sandra! Hey.
Unbelievable!
So that was my first, it was a reaction. It was just an emotional reaction just to kind of do that. It was like, what, you know? Second one coincides with this, and that would be don't beg for them to stay, okay? Do not beg. Because when you beg, you'll be like, oh, you know, just give me one more chance. You know, obviously the reason, leaving for a reason, it could have been a breakdown of communication. Maybe you weren't pulling your weight in a relationship as much as he was, or, you know, vice versa, whatever sex you are. But you need to let them go, because begging will only make it worse. The third one I can say is don't over contact. There is a thing such as the no contact rule, which you can Google, and you can find a lot of other YouTubers on here that have done and spoke about the no contact rule, and that basically is no texting them, no ringing them, no hopping on social media, no doing drive-bys if that's your thing, just no contact whatsoever. Just once they're gone, just leave it at that and don't contact them, because you have to, in a sense, let them miss you, okay? Because if you keep contacting them and smothering and trying to get them back, you're just ruining your chances even more. Nowadays, I don't give a shit, of course, but back then, thinking about it, that is definitely, I cannot stress that enough, is the no contact rule. So I know it's going to be hard not to, because you're so used to just being able to talk to them or contact them whenever you want. But, you know, and now all of a sudden you've got this void in place and you can't just, you know, ring them up or whatnot. So stick to the no contact rule, okay? I can guarantee that does work. Fourth one, sorry, is keep busy, okay? So while you have the chance, all right, and like I said, things are going to be really, really complicated. You're going to be overthinking every scenario possible in your head, which is going to fuck you up more, I can tell you that. Go out, hang with people that you haven't seen with in years. Like when I'm just talking from experience, but when I split with my first partner, I caught up with a friend from primary school that I hadn't seen in like years, and we were hanging out all the time. We were taking the kids places, you know, we were staying up her house on a property. It was just really good to have someone there, and just, you know, yeah. But hang with people that you don't usually hang with, or hang with people in general that are going to lift you up and not bring you down with their negativity. So do that. There could be a course that you're wanting to do, a short course, you know, it could be massage, it could be beauty, it could be anything. Do that. Learn how to play chess if you don't know how to play chess. Go to the gym, go to church if that's your thing, you know. Find something to always do and keep busy. And then come nighttime, which is the hardest because, you know, you got to go to sleep and whatnot. Watch movies. Have a fucking movie fest, you know. Hop on Netflix or something. And yeah, just take it one day at a time. Keep busy. I can tell you that. Keep busy. It does help. The next one is make sure that you do not, and I repeat, do not listen to sad music, okay? You want to make sure that your vibe and the music you listen to is going to make you feel good, going to bring out, you know, the inner, you know, kind of party animal in you. I'm not saying I want you to go hard and party, but you know what I mean. Just listen to music before that person come in your life, or listen to music that makes you feel good. But do not listen to sad music, because if you hear a sad song and it resonates with your situation, as most do, it will fucking tear you down, okay? And I'm not going to say too much, but it happened to me. I was out at the club one night with some friends, and, you know, really starting to enjoy myself, you know, and I went out with some friends and we're partying up, you know, and I was having a good time. Out of nowhere, the fucking DJ drops Pussycat Dolls, I think it's With You or something, some bloody song. Oh my god, the waterworks started. Here I am in the middle of the night, so I'm fucking howling, okay? Fucking howling. I know, I'm sorry, too much phone. But I was howling and I was like, oh my god, you know, and they're like, harden up, have a fucking drink, you know, and poured me another drink and whatnot, and I think I had a few more shots after that. And then once that song was over, the music was back on, you know, I was back to it. So try not listen. That was just a random thing that happened, but try not listen to sad music, because it will bring you down and you will be at, you know, the spot you started, okay? The next one, of course, coincides with keeping busy, and that is just enjoy being single for a while. Enjoy having that freedom of not having anyone else to kind of depend on, you know. Find it as an opportunity to kind of work on yourself, you know, better you, and find out who you are deeper, in a deeper meaning, if that makes sense. Because I know too many people, nearly everybody I know, and I don't want anyone to be offended by this, everybody I know tends to not be able to stay single for long. And, you know, that's their business. I don't care. I'm just saying it from my point of view. Everybody I know comes from a relationship and not long after dives back into a relationship. So I had a good friend, pretty much my best friend back in the day. We're no longer friends. She was married to a guy from high school that we went to high school with. They were married for 11 years. Oh no, well, they're probably married for like 6 of those 11 years. They had kids together and everything, and then all of a sudden they split, they went their separate ways, whatnot. Like 2 months after they broke up, She was in another relationship again. That guy lasted like 3 months, 4 months. Then she dumped his ass and was in another relationship for another 2 years, apparently. And then after that, she was in another one. Like, people can't stay single because they need someone to feel whole, and you shouldn't need that. You shouldn't need someone to feel whole. Yes, it's good to have a person there that kind of completes you as well, but you should feel whole on your own without having someone. So I can't stress that enough. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy being single for a while. You don't need anyone. If you've just come in for a relationship, I know some people get over things easier than others, but why dive straight back into another one? That's what I don't understand. I've been single almost 4 years and I haven't even had the intention of even getting back into another relationship. So just work on yourself. Find it the time to work on yourself. It does take, each day. Each day is, a step further and a step further, and then before you know it, it'll be like 2-3 years down the track and you'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, like I'm so over him or her. And you'll be like, wow, time did fly by. Because if you take those into consideration, especially keep him busy, it will become so much easier, I promise. And you never know what could come back around. Sometimes when we're in relationships, we dive straight in and we don't not that we don't think hard about things. It's like a split moment thing. You're with each other, you have fun, all that, but then you realize sometimes there could be things that are holding you back from pursuing what you want to. So sometimes having a break is a good thing, because he could work on himself, you work on yourself, and then when you come back together, you've kind of done the things you needed to, and you're both a better person. So those are some of the ways of dealing with a breakup. Getting over that initial shock. Don't beg, don't over contact him. If anything, have a no contact rule. Always keep busy. Don't listen to sad songs, listen to happy songs. Make plans for your future, ways you can better yourself and whatnot. But just always remember that it will pass, okay? And it takes time. With my first partner, it took me 2 years to get over him. 2 years, I know, I couldn't believe it. So I really hope that this video may help someone. I know I rambled a little bit, but I do think that taking these steps on board do help. And that is, me talking from 2 long relationships that have gone, So I really hope that this helps someone. So guys, I'm Bobby. This is She's So Random. I want to thank you for watching. Drop a comment, drop a like, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Check out the description for my social media. And of course, I will be back again with another rant. I love doing these. So until then, guys, take care, and I'll see you then.